Hello, and welcome to another The Story. I have a few candles here to light. This one is cinnamon pumpkin scented candle. This one's never been lit. And this is frosted cranberry scented candle. It smells so good. And I have this really big one. There, the really big one can go here. Now you won't be able to see it in the video, but I will be using this brush to do a little bit of mic brushing throughout the story. I really like that noise. And yeah, so we'll just get right into today's video. We'll pick up where we left off. So I'll read the last little bit and then like what I read last time and go on. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. Adam and his wife were both naked and they felt no shame. Now, below here it has a question. It says, God has created a beautiful world and filled it with glorious, diverse creatures. Of all his creation, he singled out 2 humans to build a relationship with, Adam and Eve. These 2 people were blessed to share their paradise with each other and God. So why would they want anything else? Okay. Now, the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals, and the Lord God had made. Of any of the wild animals the Lord God had made, he said to the woman, Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? The woman said to the serpent, We may eat the fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say you must not eat from fruit. Eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it or you will die. You will not certainly die, the serpent said to the woman, for God knows that when you eat from it your eyes will be opened and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God. He was walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and they hid from the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to the man, Where are you? He answered, I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, so I hid. And he said, Who told you you were naked? I like this because it's like, who told you you were naked? God asked, who told you, that you're not enough? lies. He's full of lies. God is truth. He says, who told you you weren't enough? You are enough. He said, who told you you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from? The man said, the woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit to eat from the tree and I ate it. Of course, the man is blaming the woman. Whatever. Then the Lord God said to the woman, what is this you have done? And the woman said, the serpent deceived me and I ate. So the Lord God said to the serpent, because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly. And you will eat dust all the days of your life, and I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. Now this is the first prophecy that you see about Jesus. This right here is the first prophecy you see about Jesus. The woman said, I'm gonna put this back on. Okay. To the woman he said, I will make you. 1 second, I have to cough. Okay, I hope that mute worked. I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor, you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. To Adam he said, because you listened to your wife and ate fruit from the tree which I command you, you must not eat. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat food from it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow you will return to the ground, since where you were taken from dust you are, to dust you will return. From dust you are, to dust you will return. Adam named his wife Eve because she would become the mother of all the living. The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. And the Lord God said, the man is now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the fruit of life, also from the tree of life, and eat and live forever. So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. After he drove the man out, he placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherub. Those are those like little people. Cherub, they're angels, but sometimes they're depicted as like fat babies up in the sky, but that's not what they're like at all. They're warriors for God. Cherub and a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way of the tree of life. Adam made love to his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, with the help of the Lord I have brought forth a man. Later she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. In the course of time Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord, and Abel also brought an offering, fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." I just want to point out something I love is that I've heard lots that sin means to miss the mark. It means to miss the mark. Like, I guess in like archery or something, like to miss the middle is, I don't know. Anyways, I like that. It's because some people, it just sounds so nasty, and it is, sin is nasty, but it's to miss the mark. Anyways, now Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." While they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. So I think that these things down here are like out of the story. Like, I don't know. I don't know what those are, little attacks. Maybe it'll tell us. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, it says translation, which appear in talk were written in summaries. Okay, I don't know. It doesn't say. Anyways, the tragic account of the mistake and poor choices of Adam and Eve and their firstborn son Cain are echoed in the later stories of hardship and tragedy for their children and their children's children as people began to populate the globe, leaving the area of Eden and traveling as far as feet and beasts would carry them. Humanity's legacy of hate, anger, murder, and deception play out as people continue to neglect their relationship with God. Eventually, nearly everyone just plain forgets their creator and the whole point of being alive. For most people, life becomes like one big party with no thought of consequence, except for one man. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of their thought of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. So the Lord said, "I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals and the birds and the creatures that move along the ground. For I regret that I have made them." But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Joshaphat. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on the earth had become corrupt in their ways. So God said to Noah, "I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, and make rooms in it, and coat it and pitch it inside. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, come to you and be kept alive. You are to keep every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Then the Lord said to Noah, go into the ark, and you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. I just want to stop here for a second, because, and I will do some brushing my talk. The story of Noah, there is so much more to that. I think I might do an entire, like, not episode, but teaching on it, because there is lots there about why the Lord flooded the earth there. It says right in Genesis 6, if you go read the account for yourself, that the sons of God, talking about angels, found the daughters of men beautiful and took them as wives. And doing this, they created giants in the land that they call Nephilim. This was not God's creation, and it was messing with all of the DNA in, I guess I'm going into it now, I wasn't going to, but it messed with all the DNA in people. And there, if you look it up, it says that Noah was perfect in his generations, meaning that his DNA was not compromised, because nobody is sinless. Only Jesus was sinless. So he did walk with God and stuff, but it actually had to do more so with his generations. And it even says that after the flood, there was still giants in the land, because we know later in the story that Goliath was a giant, and that when the Israelites went into the land to capture it, there was giants in the land there as well. So there is so much more than what this story says, but which is super interesting. So I don't know why they would leave it out, but anyways, there you go. Back to this story. 7 days from now, I will send rain on the earth. For 40 days and 40 nights, I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature that I have made. Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters came on the earth. And Noah and his sons and his wives and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Pairs of clean and unclean animals and birds, creatures that move around the ground, male and female, came to Noah and entered the ark. God had commanded Noah. After the 7 days, the floodwaters came to the earth. I still want to go off a little bit more here about Noah. Later on in the scriptures, it says that at the end times, it will be like in the days of Noah. It will be like in the days of Noah, and I just think it's interesting that for 7 days, that he keeps them, 7 days from now, I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. I don't know. I'm no teacher, and I wasn't prepared to talk about this, but I just think that Noah was kept from the wrath of God. God's people do not have to go through God's wrath. And Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters came. And we are in the 6,000th year of the earth. And we know that when Jesus reigns, there will be a 1,000-year reign of Jesus on this earth. So, I don't know, take that with what you will. Anyways, on the very day Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, together with his wife and the wives of his 3 sons, entered the ark. They had with them every wild animal according to its kind, all livestock according to their kind, every creature that moves along the ground according to its kind, and every bird according to its kind, everything with wings. Pairs of all creatures that have the breath of life in them came to Noah and entered the ark. The animals going in were male and female, of every living thing, as God had commanded Noah. Then the Lord shut him in. For 40 days the floods kept coming on the earth, and as the waters increased, they lifted the ark high above the earth. The waters rose and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. They rose greatly on the earth, and all the high mountains under them animals, all the creatures that swarm over the earth, and all mankind. Everything on dry land that had breath of life in its nostrils died. Every living thing on the earth, face of the earth, was wiped out. People and animals and creatures that moved along the ground and the birds were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left and those who were with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days, but God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark, and he sent a wind over the earth. The waters receded. Now the spring of the deep and the floodgates of heaven had been closed, and the rain had stopped falling from the sky. The water receded steadily from the earth, and at the end of 150 days the water had gone down on the earth. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mount of Ararat. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the first day of the 10th month, the mountaintops of the mountains became visible. By the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering of the ark and saw the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all creatures that move among the ground, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number." So Noah came out, and together with his sons and his wives and his sons' wives, all the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground and all the birds, everything that moves in the land, came out of the ark, one kind after another. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, taking some of the clean animals and clean birds, and sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of human heart is evil from childhood, and never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done." Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall on all the beasts in the earth, and all the birds in the sky, and every creature that moves along the ground, and all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands." I was going to stop, but I think that I will just finish this. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, I already said that. Then God said to Noah and his sons with him, "Now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, with every living creature that was with you, the birds and the livestock and all the wild animals, all of those that came out of the ark with you, every living creature on earth. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth." And God said, "This is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant of all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever the rainbow appears in clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind." The earth recovered from its great flood. Animal and plant life flourished. Noah's families repopulated the earth. The cycle of life continued, and people remembered God. Ancient businesses grew, homesteads and farms developed, and trade routes brought wealth and opportunity for travel. It was a time for God's next move to build a nation in a land that would become the culture and ethnic home to, well, the part of the story is yet to come. Abram, whose name God later changed to Abraham, had all the wrong qualifications for being a founder of God's nation. His relatives worshipped other gods in a country far from what would become the promised land. Abram and his wife Sarai, whose name God later changed to Sarah, would be way beyond childbearing years, and Sarai couldn't get pregnant. No children meant no people to populate God's nation. No problem. God promised the impossible to Abraham, and Abraham watched the